Hey, my people, how are y'all doing today? I go by the name of, or some people know me by the name of Grants on Deck EJ, because Grants is on deck. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of unlimited money. But some people also know me by the name of Clarity Coach EJ. Y'all know I don't get caught up in names. And if you don't know, I do not get caught up in names. Those are just things that people know me by. You hear me? But to now, if y'all know a nonprofit, tag them. If y'all know a nonprofit that needs assistance with grants, finding grants, positioning and preparing themselves to actually win grants or be more likelier to win grants, let me know. Today, I am going to share a few grants, y'all. I'm probably be doing this more often, going live. If y'all have any specific grants that y'all are looking for your mission, comment your nonprofit and be prepared to. Can y'all hear me? First of all, I hope y'all can hear me. Lord have mercy, can y'all hear me? Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me, because this little device is great, but sometimes it be tripping on this platform. So I would appreciate if somebody let me know if y'all can actually hear me before I give this game here. Uh, but until then, somebody let me know if y'all can hear me. I am sharing a few grants of over $90,000. Over $90,000, y'all. And I'm going to give y'all a little grant clarity first. Once again, I hope y'all can hear me. Just like most things, y'all, there is a required mindset and understanding and clarity to get desired results. A lot of the things that are actually real opportunities, if you don't have a certain mindset or you're not a certain person, it's not going to work for you. The same things could work and will work for somebody who has taken time to become a certain person or to have a certain mindset. Listen to the word mindset. Where you set your mind is where your mind going to be. And some people's mind is not set in the right place to even receive. Let me know if you can hear me, person that's watching. Got 19 million people watching, but before I get into these grants, y'all, I'm sharing over $90,000 worth of grants tonight. I want y'all to know grants. Oh, it's unlimited grant money out here. The money for grants is not the issue. There's unlimited grant money. Funders got unlimited money. Their main thing is really wanting the impact to happen for their money. The money ain't the issue. It's unlimited money. And one of those reasons are because, well, let me say this, y'all. There are grants for individuals. There are grants for, and that's just, individuals. There are more grants for business owners, people who have LLCs, but there are the most grants for nonprofits. And one of the reasons I feel like that is the case is because nonprofits are doing godly work and God funds that. Yeah, the money, it's unlimited money in grants, plenty of money, plenty of money, plenty of money. So much money goes yearly without even being given away. But like I say, I'm about, let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Come and hear me. Anyway, little grant clarity, y'all. Once again, I need y'all to have a certain mindset and understanding that will make y'all more likelier to win grants. I'm sharing over $90,000 worth of grants tonight. Some good ones. There's some good ones too, y'all. Ooh, Lord. And I do have grants for any and all situations. I do have grants for, let me see if you can hear me over here. I got a comment. Hey, Brother Jay. What's the word, Brother Jay? I'm about to share some grants, man. Tune in, brother. This is specifically for nonprofits, but I'm connected to grants for all reasons, all people. If y'all know anybody need assistance with grants, preferably nonprofits, let me know. But give y'all a little grant clarity, first of all, y'all. There, like I said, a certain mindset will actually get you the desired results. And my promise is not to win you a grant. Yes, I could win you a grant, but considering I can't make a funder give you their money, considering it's a numbers game, and considering you may not even be prepared. Hey, oh boy, you ain't playing. It's hot in Texas. If y'all in Texas, y'all know it's hot as blank. Yeah, it's hot as that, literally. Well, I don't know literally, but yeah, me too, Jay. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Staying cool, brother. We ain't gonna try. We gonna stay cool. You hear me? But My promise is to help you prepare and position yourself to be more likelier to win a grant. Realize God gives us time to prepare for everything on this earth. And just listen to the word prepare. When you pair your headphones or your Bluetooth, that's the guarantee coming together of God gives us time to do that. And also with preparation, if you are prepared, you actually create the reality that we know as opportunity. If you're not prepared, that situation will not even exist in your reality. So my promise is to help you get better prepared and positioned to be more likely to win a grant. There are fundamentals to winning grants. Then there's tips and tactics to actually make it that much more likelier. So that's the first thing. The second thing I need y'all to understand, one of the most important parts of winning a grant is finding a grant that is in alignment. Yeah, that word alignment is a whole lot on this planet, y'all. And when you find that alignment, that is the simplicity. So many people actually apply for grants, and the funders' funding priorities were not even in alignment. Like you can't, you may be applying for a grant that they're wanting to help little kids, and you trying to get a car. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Let's get it understood. Grants are free money for community benefit. Yeah, it's unlimited grant money. Let me see what else I need y'all to understand. Ugh. Okay, that's about it. That's the mindset, y'all. Now, what else? There are fundamentals, y'all. Let's realize a lot of the proposal when you're writing a proposal for a grant, it's just like anything. It's a trust building process. The funders got the money. They just want to trust that you gonna do what they want done with they want impact, y'all. Grants is free money for community benefit. It's not for you. There are some grants that could benefit you, but the funders got unlimited money. They really want impact to happen with their money. So a lot of the grant proposal process, after you've prepared yourself or connected with me to allow me to help you prepare yourself and position yourself, it's about building trust and proof of impact or intent of impact. Let me give a shout out to what's their name? Uh I can't think of their name. I forgot. I don't went blank. Village, the Village That Speaks, y'all. That's one of the nonprofits that I mean, that's one of the podcasts, a group of nonprofit leaders that I'm assisting with their podcast. Shouts out to them. If y'all was watching for their broadcast tonight, they rescheduled to next week because they are causing impact, creating impact, being a part of impact. So y'all tune in next week, next Sunday, 6 p.m. for them. But like I say, y'all, with that being said, winning grants is not as hard as a lot of people think, but it's about alignment. It's about putting as much proof of impact or proof of intent of impact, proof, trust, building trust. Some of these things that will actually make you more likelier to win a grant is, I mean, it's a lot of different tips and tactics, y'all, but let's realize grant history, grant credit history, and that's just a word I made up. It's just like credit history. The more grants, once you start winning the grant, you're going to start winning way more grants because now they can trust, especially after you do what the grant wanted done or you said you was going to do with that money. You're building history, trust history. So you're more likely to win another grant. There are tips and tactics and actually winning. Can you hear me, Miss Maria? I want to make sure I'm being heard. There are tips and tactics in winning grants, and that's one of them. Building grant history, trust history, or whatever you want to call it. So there are $50,000 grants, $100,000 grants, and all of that. But a good tip is to start with and you could win that if you're clearly portraying your intent for impact in this proposal. If you have find a grant that's in alignment, if you have prepared and positioned yourself. Once again, if y'all need assistance with preparing and positioning yourself, okay, thank you. She can hear me. Y'all can hear me. That is my promise to help you get prepared and positioned to be more likely to win a grant. So once again, this is plenty of money out there. Money is not the issue. A good tip is to start with a smaller grant maybe an in-kind grant. In-kind grants are, it may not be money, it may be the actual exchange of the merchandise or the what you were going to spend the money on. So it's more likely to get an in-kind grant, and that will help you build your grant history, your trust history, which will get you the next grant. So you can apply for $100,000 grant, but building a little history is just like credit. You're more likely to get another grant, and once you start winning them, you're gonna start winning them all back to back, because now they can trust that you gonna do what you're saying you're gonna do with that money. The money ain't the issue, y'all. They really genuinely are living in their purpose and wanting impact. So one more thing, y'all, before I share these grants. Once again, I'm going to share over $90,000 worth of grants. 3 different grants, good grants. Grants should not be your main funding source. Yeah, it should be like 30% of your funding source. Because sometimes they take 3, 6, 7, 8 months. Don't wait to the last minute and start hoping and wishing on grants. You should also have different things in place to generate money. God wants us to generate money. If you understand how money works, to generate money, you have to be serving. Yeah, don't get it twisted by these words, y'all. When you're in serving energy, we know it as a service. We know it as a product. These words get us confused. So God wants you to generate money. And if y'all need assistance with generating money from your nonprofit or your for-profit, let me know. There is a simplicity to generating money, making money, especially on social media. God wants you to be in serving energy and take advantage of social media. It's not always good to take advantage of stuff, but God wants you to take advantage of social media while walking in your purpose. If you're in purpose and you're serving, that equals money. Trust me, it do. So once again, grants should not be your main funding priority. And one more tip before I share these grants. It's a numbers game, y'all. I got a grant mentor. He's been in the grant game over 20 years, has won millions and millions and millions of dollars. And he suggests having 10 grants out at all times. 10 grants, because it is a numbers game. So anyway, once again, if y'all need assistance with preparing yourself or positioning yourself to be more likelier to win a grant, let me know. If you need assistance finding grants that are in alignment, which is the first step in winning it, let me know. There are tips and tactics, and I'm gonna give y'all one more before I share these grants. Relationships. It's just like a lot of these fundamentals that we know that apply to other things apply to the grant game, y'all. Relationships is a lot. I ain't gonna get too much in depth, but some people ask me how long I've been in the grant game, and that's a good question. That's a real good question. And the thing is, I ain't been in the grant game that long. Yeah, I've been in the grant game maybe, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months. But realize all the fundamentals of winning grants are the same exact thing I've been teaching and passionate about sharing for 10 to 15 years. The fundamentals of anything apply to everything. And a lot of what I've been teaching and passionate about are the same exact fundamentals of winning grants. Building trust, alignment, preparation, positioning, clearly portraying your values. Same thing, yo. So anyway, yeah, exactly. And so, prepare. Like I said, I don't know if y'all heard it. Listen to the word prepare. God gives us time to prepare for everything. And when y'all see me posting, a lot of times y'all gonna see some capital letters and just strange, but I do that on purpose. Yeah, I capitalize stuff that I feel should be capitalized. And when I say prepare, I'm almost gonna always put the P, R, and the E capital. Prepare. God gives us time to prepare for everything. Preparation equals guaranteed reality creation. Like when you're pairing, listen to the word, you're pairing your Bluetooth with the thing. That's the guaranteed, the coming together of. We have time to prepare. But anyway, let me share these grants, y'all. First grant. Finish up with $90,000 worth of grant, y'all. Grant number 1 is up to $5,000. It is for nonprofits helping children and families learn how to grow, cook, and eat healthy foods. So let me get to that information. And I'm going to share, let me tell you about these other ones. Second grant I'm going to share is up to $10,000. It's for nonprofits assisting women in financial need who require reconstructive breast surgery. If y'all know anybody who have a nonprofit and like for that, the $10,000 grant for nonprofits assisting women. Realize, like I said, grants are free money for community benefit. Yeah, it didn't say for you to get, and it may be for you. I'm pretty sure you could use it for if you got a nonprofit. If you know somebody else, they could use it. So there are ways of, I mean, to realize too, like I said, a lot is about serving, y'all. Same thing. Serving. When you're serving, like I said, that equals money. It's the same thing with grants. Realize what's going on. You're serving. That's why it's free money for community benefit. You're serving. God takes care of the money in all situations when you're serving. The last grant is up to $75,000 for Dallas County nonprofit serving vulnerable children and family. And I do have grant information for all states, y'all. But considering I am in Dallas and Texas, those are a lot of the grants I share because I don't know. I don't want to just be taking energy to share other grants and I don't even know nobody's seeing them. If you are in another state, I am connected to unlimited grants for you as well. So let's get to the specifics, y'all. And these are, oh Lord, these are good grants. Grant number one. Grants up to $5,000 for U.S. nonprofits, and this applied to Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Missouri, Nevada. Not Nevada. Unfortunately, Nevada don't qualify. New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, and Wyoming. The deadline for this grant is June the 1st, y'all. And I'm really sharing grants that more than likely going to be due within the next few days because I want y'all to apply immediately. If you're interested in any of these, like I say, comment or message me. I don't know what I put in the caption. I can send you the link directly to it. There are qualification processes on this earth, y'all. And a lot of what I do and what y'all need to do is have boundaries and qualifications that will save you a lot of energy and filter the correct people that you should be giving your energy to. If people can't do specific things, they don't want the information. So those are one of those specific things. If you want the information for these grants, message me or come in and Lord have mercy, y'all. Humans are weird. I done shared a whole lot of grants and information and people ask for it. I send it to their inbox. They never look at it. So I think in this qualification, I told y'all to message me or something. So anyway, let's get back to it. The grants up to $5,000 to U.S. nonprofit organizations in multiple states for programs that promote health and nutrition. Funding is intended to support activity that teaches children and their families how to grow, cook, and eat healthy foods. Grants may be used to support healthy lifestyle and nutrition, education programs. Did I say that right? Outside of the school day and community programs for children and their families. Eligible applicants operate in communities where Sprouts Market has stores. This is a Sprouts grant, y'all. I'm going to tell you. This is a grant from Sprouts, one of my favorite stores. This is a Sprouts grant, y'all, called Growing Healthy Kids Grant. That's the name of it, Growing Healthy Kids. And I decided to share this grant because it's a pretty good neutral grant and realized too there are ways of massaging your mission to get every grant. Now, we don't want to lie. We're not lying, but there's ways of aligning your intent or your mission to get any grant. If y'all need assistance with that, let me know. And still staying true to your mission. So this is the Sprouts grant, y'all. Growing Healthy Kids grant up to $5,000, basically to support hands-on programs for children and their families that emphasize nutrition, education, physical education, mental well-being, or nutrition security. Organization must be a 501c3 nonprofit operating in communities where Sprouts Farmers Market has stores. So if y'all need assistance starting a nonprofit, let me know. Once again, it's so much money out here. It's unlimited money for nonprofits because they are doing godly work And God supplies money for all of that when you are serving, walking in purpose. Yeah, the money is unlimited on this planet, y'all, when you're in purpose and serving. We know it as a service, we know it as a product. So that's grant number one, up to $5,000. Next grant. Next grant is up to $10,000 for nonprofits assisting women in financial need who require reconstructive breast surgery. Yeah, y'all. There's grants for, like I say, pretty much all reasons. And anyway, this applies to all of USA. So if you're anywhere, this applies. If y'all know a lady who need reconstructive breast surgery, and these are just a couple I picked out, y'all. This is called the Breast Reconstruction Awareness Fund Charitable Care Grant. Grants for up to $10,000 to U.S. nonprofit organizations who help cover the cost of eligible reconstructive surgery for women in financial need. Funding is intended to directly support medical expenses, including supplemental insurance and expenses not covered by the patient's insurance for women undergoing breast reconstruction surgery. Let me see. The deadline for this is June the 8th. So y'all got a little time on that. If y'all need any assistance with, like I say, preparing or positioning yourself, that will, I suggest, versus just blindly applying. And once again, let me see what else here. Grant funds must be used to directly support the surgical care expense for women having breast reconstructive surgery, particularly for uninsured and underinsured women in underdeserved communities. Once again, I believe this is for nonprofits. Is this for nonprofits? Yeah, this is for nonprofits. You must have a nonprofit if y'all want to start a nonprofit. And basically, if you've ever had a desire to change the world, that is a nonprofit. Once again, it's unlimited money for nonprofits because that's how money works and that's how God works. Turn up. Let me see a little more information. Examples of allowable expenses: reimbursing women for the following expenses related to breast reconstruction: travel to and from hospital, daycare during hospital visits, loss of wages doing surgery. Look at that. Loss of wages. Expenses not covered under patient's insurance or out-of-pocket deductible and co-pays for the following breasts. So I guess, let me see. Hospital take like this. Expenses not covered. I don't understand this part, but if y'all want these, this information, let me know for this grant. Third grant. And get to the third grant, y'all. This is for up to $75,000. Hey, $75,000. This is for Dallas County. Once again, if you're in another state, let me know. I am connected to unlimited grants for people all around the world. Comment your nonprofit, what state you're in. I might mess around and send you one. You hear me? Oh, but I need some information too. If y'all have a nonprofit in another state, like I say, I am connected to grants. Grants on deck. Yeah, that's what it is. Unlimited grants, unlimited money. The money is not, it's unlimited grant money, y'all. Trust me, y'all. Unlimited. I do need brief information, though, to assist you with finding a grant that is in alignment. That's the first step. Don't sleep on the first step to winning a grant. And each one of these, I do have services, serving energy. It ain't about me. I'm serving genuinely. So, there might be a slim to large currency, energy exchange. We know it is prices and all that. Don't get it confused, y'all. But like I say, I'm connected to grants from little to small to big to large, which is all kind of thing. Okay, let's get to this last grant, y'all. Up to $75,000. Grants for up to $50,000 and grants up to $75,000. This is specifically for Dallas County, y'all. The deadline is June the 2nd, and that's another technique. Let me share a technique for y'all. There are grants all over the world, but strategically, what I do for my clients is I look for grants that are more specific to your location. Yeah, you can apply for a grant that's available to the USA, but strategically, I find grants that are more likely in your county or your city. There's going to be less competition for those. So once again, y'all, I do use techniques that, in addition to the fundamentals, in addition to the things that I soak up and learn on my own, in addition to the information that I soak up weekly from my grant mentor, who has won millions of dollars, there are fundamentals that apply to everything on this planet, and that is one of the ones that I strategically use. If y'all, I do have another option, y'all. Um, 3 grants. I got a service where I find 3 grants that are in alignment. That is realized too. That's a valuable service. Actually finding a grant that's in alignment. That's half the battle or more. When you find a grant that's in alignment with your mission, then I find, first of all, I find a grant that's in alignment. Then I try to find a grant that is more specific to your location. Yeah, not the whole USA. That's cool. But if you find a grant that's specific to your city, your neighborhood, I'm saying, y'all, it's strategic movements out here. Anyway, 75,000. Let's share this, y'all. Up to Dallas County deadline is June the 2nd. Grants for up to 50,000 and grants for up to 75,000. The Texas nonprofit organizations for programs and projects that benefit vulnerable families and children in eligible regions, which is Dallas County. Funding is intended for programs and projects that are within the focus areas of health, physical and intellectual disabilities, and family and economic stability. Eligible organizations serve the residents of Dallas County. Grants will be awarded to nonprofit organizations serving Dallas County and working in one of the following areas, y'all. This is good information. Family and economic stability, which includes critical needs, support for basic necessities such as food, clothing, and emergency or transitional shelter, including assistance for low-income older adults. Look at God. Grants are free money for community benefit. Once again, I'm going to keep saying free money, unlimited free money. Some funders actually have money for everybody that apply, y'all. Don't sleep on that. Yeah, some funders actually got money for everybody that apply. Like, the money ain't the issue. They're living philanthropy. They're living their purpose. And the money is not yeah. So under that same bracket, prison reentry and veteran services. Programs that support successful reentry and services for veterans. Look at that. That's godly. Parks and recreation initiatives focus on enhancing and beautifying public green spaces. These are all things that this $50,000 to $75,000 could be used for within the Dallas County. Got another couple of sections actually. Healthcare access, medical and supportive care for low-income, indigent. What is it? How you say that? Indigent. I think that's right. Homeless or ill children, seniors, and families. Medical and supportive care for low-income, indigent. I'm sounding like I'm saying it wrong. Indigent medical and supportive care. Let's just say that for indigent, homeless, or ill children, seniors, and families. Breast cancer support. Programs providing medical and supportive care for low-income individuals with breast cancer. This is 50 to 75,000, y'all, straight from God. You hear me? Pediatric supportive care services for low-income children facing debilitating diseases. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. If y'all know any nonprofits, I ain't through yet though. Y'all know any nonprofits that any of these may apply? Tag them folks. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, why wouldn't you? If y'all want to start a nonprofit for any of these too, you qualify. You see what I'm saying? Let me finish reading that grant, y'all. Intellectual and physical disabilities. This is the last category, and there are developmental disabilities, which are programs that empower children with intellectual or developmental disabilities to lead fulfilling lives. Visual and hearing impairments, which support for children with visual or hearing impairments. That's $50,000 to $75,000, y'all. Once again, those are the 3 grants. If you didn't hear these 3 grants, it's over $90,000 worth of grants I shared. I'm connected to unlimited grants for all reasons, all states. If you need assistance finding a grant that is in alignment, let me know. Once again, my promise is not to win you a grant. I can, but I can't control how funders give their money. And if you're not prepared or positioned better than somebody else who is, they have a better chance at winning. So my promise is to help you prepare and position yourself to be more likelier to win a grant, to find grants that are in alignment. That's like now we're balling. So I like to make promises that are actually speaking to the actual process of winning grants. I do write grants. I can submit the proposal for you, but like I say, I understand that there are certain things has to be done first of all. So if y'all need assistance finding grants that are in alignment, getting prepared, a position, if y'all know a nonprofit that any of these grants apply to, if y'all want to start a nonprofit, let me know. Reach out to me and we can go from there, y'all. I guess that's a wrap. Over $90,000 worth of grants. If y'all didn't hear them, go back and watch this thing. Turn up. I'm out.